What's happening, everybody? Steve here, Raiken Profit over at RaikenProfit.com. And I have a feeling that this video is going to piss some people off. And I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I feel like that most people who are following my channel, I feel like they feel like they are running an eBay business. They feel like they're running an Amazon business. And while it is technically a business, and you might have an LLC and paperwork, the truth is you are more or less operating a glorified job. So in this video, what I want to talk about is how to actually build a real eBay business. Now, this is all going to depend upon your goals. If you're watching this video and you're like, Steve, I just want to make an extra couple $100s a month. I just want to make an extra $1,000 a month. I work a full-time job. I don't want to quit my job. I don't want to build a business. I have no desire to build a business. Go screw yourself. That's fine. I'm not telling you that you have to build a real business. But I've talked to a lot of you guys at my thrifting meetups, at seminars, at the eBay Open, and a lot of you guys want to build a real business. And the problem is, when I ask you guys this question, what if you couldn't work? What if you broke your leg? What if you got sick? What if you came down with pneumonia? What if you had to take off for 2 months or a month and you had to stop working in your business? What would happen? Let me ask you a question. Would you continue to have the sales coming into your business, or would everything disappear? That's the difference between running a business and just having a glorified job. When you have a business, you have an asset. You have something that can generate you money. This is my belief, without you being a part of it. That's a real business, in my opinion. So you want to build a real business, but you don't know how to do it. I'm going to share with you some of the things that I've learned over the last 6 years, and I've made all of these mistakes. I can promise you I'm not talking down to you. I'm talking to myself some of these lessons. I'm also sharing with you some of the things that I didn't realize up until late. And before we get started, if you guys want to learn more about building a real business, these are 3 great books. One of them is called Work the System by Sam Carpenter. Another one is Traction. This is very high level, but it'll definitely open your eyes in terms of what a real business is, how to structure a business, legal entities, managing, training, a lot of stuff that we're not going to cover here. And this book right here, E-Myth Revisited, I forget who the author is, but that's a great book. So you want to build a real business. If you ask yourself this question, what would happen if I couldn't work for 2 months and your business would absolutely die? That means you got to listen to this video. So the number one thing that you're going to have to do, and there's other things I'm going to touch on, is you need to build a team. You need to build a team that's going to be able to help you and support you. Now, when it comes to running an eBay business, and this can cross over to Amazon, Poshmark, Etsy, when it comes to running a reselling business, there's really a couple main pillars, right? The number one pillar that you're gonna have to focus on is sourcing, okay? Because the reason why you're gonna make money in this business is gonna be in direct correlation to how much value you bring to the market. What's the value that you're bringing to the market as a reseller? You're sourcing, you're bringing undervalued or rare or high quality products or out of stock products to the market. So you're sourcing and you're bringing products to the market at either a great value, or you're bringing some type of creativity or something unique to the market, and that's why you're getting paid. To build an eBay business, the main thing that you're going to want to focus on at first is sourcing, finding a predictable, reliable source. Other things that you're going to need help with, and this might be the only thing that you focus on, right? This might be the only thing that you focus on. I'm not telling you that you have to take yourself completely out of the business, but you want to focus on the most important things that are going to have the biggest impact in your business. So that's probably going to be sourcing. Other big pillars are going to be listing, shipping, customer service, marketing, optimization of your eBay listings, so on and so forth, right? So if you want to build a real business, right, you have to ask yourself, if I left for a couple weeks, if I left for a month, could the business still run without me? And you want to build a team to help with the listing, help with the sourcing, help with the shipping, help with the customer service. Predictable sourcing. A real business, especially if you're running a real business, you want to have predictable ways to have inventory coming to you. So what are some ways that I'm running out of room over here, but what are some ways that you can get predictable income? I'm gonna take a knee right now into your business. We got thrift stores, right? Can't spell right now, but you know what I'm talking about. You got garage sales. You have auctions. A lot of these are gonna be, hands-on. You're gonna have to go out, you're gonna have to put in your time. Obviously, you could build a team and you could train them to do all this stuff for you, but there's more high-level sourcing methods as well to get inventory coming to you without you needing to go out and find it. Bulk, right? Getting gaylords of books, gaylords of products sent to you. There's liquidation, right? There is consignment. So I made a video earlier about consignment. Right, there's a whole bunch of different, my knee is killing me, but there's a whole bunch of different ways to kind of master that. But that's the big thing that you're gonna have to focus on in order to build a real business, is you're gonna have to have predictable sources, predictable amounts of products coming into your business. If you can't master this, you're never gonna be able to build a real business. And that's the toughest thing for a lot of you guys and myself. I was cherry picking, going to thrift stores, garage sales, Facebook Marketplace. I was going consistently, but it was so unpredictable. What happens if there was another competitor there? What happens when the prices go up? What happens when this happens or that happens, or it's a snowy day or a rainy day in Connecticut and there's no garage sales? It's hard to get that source. It's hard to get that predictable income. That's why over here at the warehouse, I'm focusing on consignment, because it's much more predictable and it doesn't require me to always change out and put forth my time, right? So say I had to take off for a couple weeks, or something happened, or someone passed away in my family. If that ever happened and I had to take off for a couple of weeks, the business is still gonna be operating because I've built a team to help with the listing, shipping, customer service, and I created a predictable sourcing method, right? Which is consignment, but another predictable one could be liquidation, it could be bulk. There's so many different options. Building systems is one of the most important things you want to focus on when you're creating a business, right? You want to build systems. If you just hire people and you bring them into this warehouse and you're like, all right, guys, I want you to put away inventory. I want you to ship items. There's a listing area. Zach, come over here. You might be able to see through the shelves. I have Amazon Basics photography cubes. All right, I want you to go over their list and just figure things out on yourself. The problem with that, back to this word predictable, you're not gonna have any predictable outcomes. So you've got to build systems out. You've got to figure out, how do I want my shipping to be done? How do I want my listing to be done? How do I want my sorting and grading to be done? What is the most optimized way to do something so I can get that predictable outcome? So what you need to really do in order to build a real business is you've got to take a step back. We're all so freaking pumped up. We're so excited to build a business, to build freedom, to build something that we can really be proud of, that generates us income without us having to always exchange our time. That's why I used to always hate working jobs, because everything was, have to go in for this much time. Here's my pay. Everything's capped off. You build a business, you can take yourself out of it. But what you need to do is you need to document something that's called an SOP. Do you know what an SOP stands for? Standard Operating Procedure. So what I want you guys to do as a homework assignment is go onto Google and type in McDonald's training manuals. McDonald's training manuals. You guys all know McDonald's, one of the most popular franchises in the world. Go on Google and they actually release, there's a PDF form of all their manuals and all their training. So when someone comes to the drive-thru, they have a whole page that's full of like, step 1, greet the person like this. Step 2, try to upsell them. Step 3, build rapport. Step 4, when they come to the window. And it's for everything in the whole entire business. Everything is documented. Why is McDonald's so successful? Is it because they have the best food? No. Is it because they have the best customer service? No. But what they have is a predictable outcome. Each and every time you go to McDonald's, for the most part, it's not gonna be perfect. Usually everything is pretty much the same. Now, some people will be like, come on, man, I was in there the other day, the fries sucked. For the most part, it's predictable. From one town to another town, to a state to state, probably even country to country. There could be different things on the menu, I'm sure, but it's very, very predictable. McDonald's is run by mostly 16 and 17-year-olds. One of the most successful companies in the world is managed by 16 and 17-year-olds. So a lesson that I've been learning lately is spend your time building systems instead of spending your time so much on hiring the best team. Now, that's something I might have to think over a little more in the future, but some of the books that I've been reading, this book right here, Work the System, talks a lot about that. If you create an amazing system, you could plug and play, and McDonald's is a fine example of that. Document your SOPs. I use Google Drive, Google Sheets, Google Docs to document everything, and then I add my team to it, so everything is there. Another thing, when you create a business, you want to make sure that you're creating a valuable, sustainable service. One of the reasons why some people fail on eBay or Amazon is because they're focused on this model: thrifting, garage sales, and auctions. And a lot of times your business could be completely disrupted by more competition coming in the market, or, corporate greed, savers, goodwill, going freaking absolutely psycho, freaking crazy maniacs, pricing everything so high close to retail stores. Yeah, I might hold a little anger against them. I'm going nuts here, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So you really do want to focus on acquiring and experimenting and planting seeds with different sourcing models, because you want to create something that's sustainable and something that's valuable. Why are you getting paid on eBay? Back to your sourcing. You're bringing products to the market, and typically your advantage is you're bringing products to the market that are undervalued. People are able to buy them cheaper on eBay and Amazon. So if you're focusing on just thrift stores and garage sales, I know a lot of you folks on the West Coast, you're getting absolutely murdered with some of the prices. So that's definitely one thing you want to work on. And last but not least, focus on working on the business instead of working in the business. Back to my little Picasso drawing over here, my little painting. When Ray Kroc took over McDonald's and the franchise, Ray Kroc didn't go to McDonald's, to the restaurant, and start working in it. You know what Ray Kroc did? So this was McDonald's over here. Ray Kroc, based on my knowledge, he went down the road and started up the McDonald's corporate office. And inside of this corporate office is where Ray Kroc designed McDonald's. He wasn't working in the business, he was working on the business, hiring, training, building systems, documenting SOPs, building out manuals, right? Working on the higher level stuff. So that's my opinion in terms of how you build a real eBay business. This is transferable to Amazon. This is transferable to an internet marketing business, such as my own, YouTube. All these are skills that I've learned and things that I'm still learning. Now, am I perfect? Do I know how to do every single thing in here perfectly? Absolutely not, right? Am I the number one business owner? Am I going to make a course about this? Absolutely not. But this is what I've learned, and I think that you can definitely get some benefits from taking some of this away. So if you guys like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know some of your thoughts. I know some of this stuff was pretty polarizing and out there, but it's just been awesome on this journey and growing, and hopefully this helps you to build a real business. See you in the next one.